If you're watching this video right now, it's more than likely because you have made a commitment that this is gonna be the year you're gonna compete in your first obstacle course race, whether that's Spartan, Savage, Tough Mudder, what have you, you've decided to give it a go. And if you're returning, welcome back. For those that are returning, as you can see, I've made significant progress on my Vegeta mural. For the first time viewers, I apologize for the echo. I'm in my very small home gym. So what these videos are designed to do is to help someone meet their new resolution, their new goal of running their very first Spartan race, where we're gonna set out a week's worth of workouts, week by week, taking a person from scratch to obstacle course devastation power levels ready. These workouts will get you to the point that you'll be able to compete in your first race as early as late March, early April. So what this week is really about is the idea of a newcomer, right? So I'm guessing that you have some kind of conditioning, or maybe you don't have any. Either case, this is gonna be challenging. If you have no conditioning, it's gonna kick your butt, but it's not gonna kill you. And if you do have conditioning, you can pick weights that are gonna help you grow and progress your endurance and strength levels. And this whole workout, for the most part, is designed to make you stronger and increase your endurance simultaneously. In addition to this week, starting to build up your base conditioning, build up your base strength, introduce you into the workout regimen. I'm also gonna give you some techniques on how to train for the rope obstacle and a trick for you to do at home, but I'm gonna have to do that in a separate video because I'm running out of time today. I'm not sure if this is for everyone, but if you are interested in competing in a Spartan race, please subscribe to the videos, stay posted because I'm gonna put them out each week. I'm gonna make it easy for you to follow the instructions. I went ahead and typed out the whole workout for the next 7 days, and I shared it into a Google Doc. I've also included a link down below. So let's break down the workout. If you have your computer in front of you, take a second and click the link, pull up the spreadsheet, and you can reference it as we talk about it. It might help, it just might help make things clearer as I go through it. If you want, pause it right now and maybe even copy it to your own spreadsheet so that you can make edits to it or notes that you want to. And then let's get started. So I'm just gonna go through it, talk about, okay, so first, all the workouts for the most part are supersets. And when I say superset, it may be a little bit different than what you're used to. It's like, as soon as you finish one set, you're immediately going to the next set. So you're gonna do 2 or 3 exercises in one superset, and you need to do them back to back with as little switch over time as possible. You're basically trying to fatigue your body. You're putting it under this kind of same intensity that you're gonna experience when you go from running to an obstacle to running. So it's just this constant having your body performing under a sense of fatigue. Just so I have it, day 1, superset, chest press, just a normal dumbbell press on a bench. You're gonna do 10 reps. You're gonna immediately roll around the bench and do 1 arm rows with your left or right hand, and then do the other set with the opposite hand. You're gonna take a 1-minute rest, and you're gonna repeat that for 5 sets. So again, that's a lot. With the weights you're using for the dumbbell, for the chest press, you wanna make sure that you can do all 5 sets at 10. And if you have to drop down, that's fine. Make sure you're knocking out a full 10 set. Like if you get exhausted at 8 with the current weight, you need to drop down because it's important that you get that number and not max out at like lower reps with a higher weight. Left 1 arm dumbbell row, right 1 arm dumbbell row over the bench, 1-minute rest, repeat 5 times. So with each of these supersets, when you finish one set, take a 1-minute rest, restrict yourself to that 1 minute, Unless you're really hurting, then add maybe another 30 seconds and then reevaluate. Just keep the increments in which you're reevaluating how you're feeling. The next one is a superset 2. You're gonna do thrusters. You're gonna do 10 reps of thrusters, followed by 10 push-ups. Again, back to back. Repeat that 3 times, a minute rest in between each set. Set 3, goblet squats. So that's just getting a weight at your chest, maybe 50, 60 pounds, and just doing basically front squats. Do 10 of those. 10 reps, and then immediately go into 10 incline bench press. Repeat this 5 times. 1 minute rest in between. So you want to do 10 reps. So you want to find the weight that's going to allow you to do 10 reps 5 times. If you have to go back halfway through the workout to a lower weight, do that. It's important to get the reps. Next, we're going to focus on grip. So you're going to find a pull-up bar and you're going to hang until failure. Just up there, hang. Should be around like a minute. Once you hit failure, take a break. Take a significant break, because you want to repeat this 5 times and you want to have about the same amount of time hanging each time. So if you drop in 30 seconds, you should consistently drop in 30 seconds the next 4 sets. So day 1, at the end of it, do a 30-minute cardio outside. I don't care about the distance, but it is important that you go outside and not run on the treadmill, especially if you've been exclusively training on a treadmill. You're going to use muscles that you're not using on the treadmill. So it's important to get on the pavement and start training that way as soon as possible. So 30 minutes. So don't worry about distance or intensity. Just get out there and start getting your body moving and used to being outside running. Day 2. So this workout is focused on starting to build. So this workout is designed to start building your speed with running. And in terms of obstacles, this is going to start giving you the muscles that you're going to need to successfully navigate the rope. The goal to shooting up the rope quickly isn't upper body strength. It's actually your core strength, because as you're climbing up, you don't want to pull yourself up like this, because that's going to be exhausting. So you grab as high as you can, and then you bring your legs up as high as you can. So the idea is you want to get your legs like as close as possible to your hands. And once you get them to your hands, which I'll show you in the video later this week, you grip the rope so it's secure, and you push up with your legs, and you're using your hands to guide yourself up and to hold it. And then the only exertion you have with your upper body and your core is to once again bring your legs up and grip the rope with your feet, and then use your legs to project your body up. So with that, we're going to do knee hangs to start building those core muscles. And we're going to do a lot of grip training, because we need to have grips. Like 90% of the obstacles, pretty much all the obstacles are pulled muscles, right? With the exception of the burpees. Go find a pull-up bar, hang on it, and you're going to do knee raises. So you're going to hang and lift your knees up to your chest. And then immediately after that, we're going to do lat raises. The reason we're doing this is because we are going to experience so many pulling obstacles, so many hanging, so much jerking on our shoulders, that we want to armor them up and prevent injury. Do lat raises. So just bring the, 5, 10, 15 pounds up like this. Again, 10 reps, 3 sets, minute rest in between. You're gonna do a superset that's really focused around your arms, and the idea is to start fatiguing your grip. We want to introduce as much fatigue as possible, and we want to start strengthening our grips with our mitts. So superset 2 is going to be, so you're going to lay on a bench and do 10 reps, immediately go into a chest press. Make sure you keep your shoulder blades back and squeeze your pecs together, and then immediately shoot up from that and do 10 curls, and immediately go into a fireman's carry with 2 dumbbells for 30 seconds. Take a minute, rest, repeat 3 times. So the reason you're doing the fireman carry after all that is because your grip's already gonna have like a little bit of exhaustion from those arm exercises, and now you're just pushing it over the edge. And why do you need grip? So you can grip a muddy, wet, slick rope without falling off of it. On day 2, I'm introducing you to the 4x4. So this is the cardio exercise that is gonna make you faster. I have a whole video on this, well, not on this per se, but my tips, just my 4 tips video, I go into depth on it, but essentially it is, you jog a 400 meter, so 1 lap around the track. You can go ahead and do this one on a treadmill if you would like, because this is more about building the quick turnover at this point than it is about building the muscles that you would use on the outside versus the inside. But anyways, you jog the first 400, then you essentially start in the race. So let's say I want to run a 5-minute mile in the Spartan race. That 400 that I'm running hard at, I'm gonna have to run in at least 75 seconds. And what I'm doing is pushing myself out of the comfort zone and also training my body to know what that pace feels like. Then once you finish that sprinting lap, you jog another 400, and then you repeat the sprinting lap. So it's alternating, jog, sprint, and you do that for a total of 2 miles. If you need to, take a half-mile jogging break between the first and second mile. Warm up with a 5-minute jog. At the end of that 4x4, do a mile jog, nice and slow, let your muscles recover, cool down with a 5-minute jog, stretch after this because you're gonna be sore. Day 3, so this is gonna be an active rest day. So on day 3, just do a 30-minute jog. Again, don't worry about distance, don't worry about intensity. This is just to get your body a chance to recover and flush out all the lactic acid that's building up, followed by 30 minutes of stretching. So day 4, we're gonna really start focusing on the back in terms of building endurance and strength kind of simultaneously. So superset 1, you're gonna do 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps of wide arm lat pull down. So the bar and pull it down, like ideally you're coming down to your chest, focus on bringing your shoulder blades together and squeezing. Then immediately go to 5 burpees. Take a minute rest, repeat 3 times. Superset 2, switch the wide arm bar to the close grip pull down and do 10 to 15 pull downs where you're coming straight down like this to your chest. Again, keeping your shoulder blades squeezed tightly together and focusing on pulling your lats down. You're gonna do 10 to 15 of those, so find a weight that's gonna accomplish that, and you're gonna repeat this 3 times. And again, after you finish the lat pull down, immediately jump into a set of 5 burpees. So with day 4, we're reducing the rest time to 30 seconds so we can start pushing our body's ability to. So on day 4, we're reducing the rest time, so we're starting to push our body's endurance levels. With these supersets on day 4, we're doing 5 in between. In future weeks, we're gonna progress that to be 10. So all these supersets are to do the 2 exercise, a minute rest, then repeat. So again, which we're gonna be constantly training our bodies to do burpees, because if we're competing, if we're hitting a pretty ambitious goal, we want to prepare for worst case scenario. And from my experience, like you can probably handle 2 sets of burpees and still be okay in the race, competitive level. So I want to always have my body in a state, and your body in a state where if you get 1 set of burpees, you can drop it out, no problem. You can sustain one below easily. Sweat off a second one, a little struggle, and then be fearful of the 3rd one. Day 4, cardio, run 3 miles outside. Not 30 minutes, 3 miles, whatever it's gonna take you to do that, and do that. Day 5, we're gonna do no strength training and focus on a long run. Go for 45 minutes to 60 minutes, depending on how you feel. On the long run, again, this needs to be outside. You need to start building up your running outdoor muscles versus running on a treadmill if that's what you're accustomed to. And if you're not accustomed to running on the treadmill, good for you. And you can always do the 4x4 at a track. Day 6, active rest. 30-minute jog, very light, 30 minutes of stretching. Day 7. So this day 7 is kind of an introduction to an extremely hard workout that you're going to be doing later on, but it's like the mini version, and it's basically a 10-minute workout that will kill you. So what you're going to do is a deadlift, something that you can do 5 times comfortably, and then you're going to do a lat pull down for 5 times. And what you want to do essentially is time it to the best ability to do the deadlifts and the lat pull down within 40 seconds, and then rest for 20 seconds, and then on the start of the minute, repeat that. So ideally it should take you 10 minutes, but we're not going to worry about this time. So whatever it takes you to do the deadlift and the pull down, that's fine. Just take a 20-second rest in between. So we want to start increasing our burpee speed. You're going to do 30 burpees for time. So take like a 5-minute rest, let your body recover, and time yourself on how fast it takes you to do 30 burpees, because you're going to use that as a benchmark and you're going to try to improve that each week. So what I do when I do these timed burpees is like I really focus on when I hit the ground to like treat the floor like it's lava. I just barely want to touch it and shoot back up. So I'm like limiting my rest time on the floor. I just want to get up as quick as possible. So that's how I kind of make a game of it in my mind. Touch the ground, jump up, touch the ground, jump up. Just, at this point you're trying to build speed, but you're also benchmarking so that you know you're making improvements, which is going to make you feel good. And if not, we need to like figure out why you're not progressing. And then cardio, you're gonna do another 4x4, like you did on day 2, I believe. So 5-minute jog, the 4x4 for 2 miles, so jog, sprint, and then 5-minute jog afterwards. So that's it. So that's a high-level overview. You can go to the Google Docs and you can reference this at any time. I'll probably clean it up a little bit more over the week. And if you have any questions, just leave comments in the video. If you find this to be beneficial, please subscribe. So if you got friends that are also thinking about competing, please send them this video. I think it'll be helpful. And if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'm pretty good at answering. So before we get started, I'm just gonna ask everybody, please subscribe to the channel. Like, I'm so close to getting to the 1,000 mark. It'd mean the world to me. It's a small goal, but it's pretty big to me. And in exchange, I will help you become animals, beasts of legend. Also, if you subscribe, you get to see the progress of Vegeta. Later this week, I'm going to show you a tip of how to train for the rope obstacle at home, because I mean, you're going to have to practice on a rope once in a while, but it's not practical for a lot of people to have access to a climbing rope. So I have a workaround for that you can do at your home without having to hang any rope whatsoever. I don't have enough people in my life that are that active in the Spartan race, so I'm glad that I get to do this with everyone. So I just really want to say thank you for everybody that's shown a lot of interest in this, and it's really enjoy making these videos. So happy that so many people are having like such a strong interest in it. And I know they're very basic and not a lot of glam, but yeah, I think they're just gonna be useful. So I'm just like so excited to actually share what I've learned over the last few years with training for these races with you. And I hope that it brings you as much success as it has done me. But even if it doesn't, I just really enjoy this process. So thank you for everyone that's interacted, showed so much interest. Yeah, I'm excited to do this, and I'm excited for the next couple months. This is my home gym, by the way. So let's actually get started now.